morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to All Hands Meeting 28. Folks, we made it. It's the 28th All Hands Meeting. We got a lot in store for today. We got some new speakers, some people that are going to be making a first cameo event at this All Hands Meeting. A lot of work and time has been put into this All Hands Meeting, like all Hands Meetings. But there's certainly something a little extra special during this All Hands Meeting. And you'll see as we go through the show what that looks like. But certainly there's definitely an awesome energy today. You guys are awesome. I feel that energy. I feel the energy of our USDCs, our BPSers watching. And before we move any further in this show, if you decide to take a photo and you want to share it on any of the Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever it may be, Twitter, please feel free to use the hashtag AHM28. As we did last time, AHM27, this time AHM28. We certainly look back, on the old All Hands meetings and able to see, what transpired during that All Hands meeting. So All Hands meeting 28, we thank you for that. And so for some of the new people, we have a number of new people at our company. The show's been running for 8 years. This is not our first rodeo. It's been 8 years. It actually started early in March. 8 years ago, so we're just about over the 8-year mark, and the show has really morphed into something much bigger. This is something we know within our industry. We're an anomaly. We're the only ones in our industry that will open up our doors, live stream this show so that our partners, our friends, our suppliers, in fact, everybody can know what's happening at Roma. This eliminates any sort of gossip or anything of that nature. This gives you direct information from the direct leadership team members, and you're seeing the data all together at once, live over the internet. So this show is live. This is syndicated live over the internet. We have a number of guests that are here today. We have certainly a lot of new members. So we're really excited about All Hands Meeting 28. We have over 54 hours, believe it or not, of All Hands Meeting footage from previous All Hands Meetings. So if you're interested in ever watching All Hands Meeting 1, 17, 21, or in a short little bit, 28, you'll be able to see those all on our YouTube channel. So they're all there for your enjoyment. We also have today 5 powerhouse, amazing speakers that I indicated. They've taken the better part of this week and weeks prior to plan and prepare. This week is Crunch Week, where they come on stage and are practicing to make sure the delivery is perfect for you, making sure it's entertaining for you. A lot of work goes in. So when we call up each individual speaker, I kindly ask that you really put your hands together for a speaker so that they really feel welcome. We have, today the show runs 2 hours. We have 120 minutes of content. We feel it's going to be just shy of the 120. Our company is closed, so if there are partners wanting to place orders, they still can do so via the web. But our call center, our BPSs, all our ancillary teams, our operations are closed at this moment for this meeting. So we have over 500 viewers streaming worldwide, which is an amazing number of which we know of. We know of some folks that are in France. Our very own Zack Affion is in France, so I want to salute Zack. He's although he's been in France enjoying some beautiful French wine, he's been checking in on us, making sure everything's fine. We have our other friends and partners in Italy. We have partners in Australia I know are watching. Many of the partners and friends in Canada and both the United States are watching. I know my friend Jimmy's watching, so salute to you, Jimmy. And a number of other awesome humans are watching this show. So I really appreciate you taking the time to watch our show. And we're trying to make this as informative, as interesting, and obviously as fun as possible for your enjoyment as well. I do want to salute at this time our U.S. distribution centers, our awesome distribution centers, California. Let's give it up for California, New Jersey, and Atlanta. All are amazing people. And our BPSs across the country, so our sales team. Thank you for taking the time again to stop what you're doing to watch this show. We do this live primarily not only for us, but for our entire team to listen to exactly what's being said all at once. So, we welcome you to the show and hope you folks are having a great time in the United States. we have over 65 awesome audience members. So we are live right now in front of 65 or so audience members. Can you guys clap so they believe you guys are here? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And for a second here, if this is your first time to an all hands meeting, I'm going to ask you right now if you can please stand up. So if you're here for the first all hands meeting ever, can you please stand up? Thank you. Thank you. Now, audience members, can you give these guys a warm welcome, please? Thank you. You guys can sit down. Welcome to your first all hands meeting. We hope you enjoy it. There's great food, there's great camaraderie, and certainly great content that we'll be sharing. Folks, today is July 18, 2019. We've blown through roughly 200 days this year. 198 days of this year is already behind us. And boy, have we done a lot, specifically here at Roma. And to highlight some of those things, I want to take this moment to give you a brief update into some of the things that we've done in the first 198 days of this year. The first thing we did early on in January was our West Coast Art and Frame Show. As you all know, it's been the Super Bowl of the industry. It's been the trade show, or the only trade show that exists in our industry. I would say from our team standpoint, they did a miraculous job. I mean, they could not have planned it better. And in the planning of Joey Talata and Melissa Guerreri and Tanya Santana and Lloyd and so many other people behind the scenes making that show a huge success. Our video team, Arthur and Paul Mitchell being there, and all the BPSs, we couldn't have had a better setup. We couldn't have showed up any better than we did. What I do want to draw attention to is we didn't hit the results we wanted, and not because our team didn't show up, not because the energy wasn't there, not because of some no products or lack thereof products. It's exactly the opposite. The partners we wanted to show up just aren't coming to that show, and some of the members that are coming to that show are sometimes not aligned. And I would say from a decision standpoint in our company, we're making decisions whether to be at that show in 2020 or not. And we've decided, folks, from our company standpoint, we're going to step back next year. We're going to step back from the West Coast Art and Frame Show next year. I think we did an incredible job this year. But due to some of the things that are transpiring at that show, we've decided today, well, we've decided about 2 weeks ago, and we sent you all a note, but I want to make this very clear to everybody that we've decided to step away from the show in 2020. This doesn't mean that in subsequent years we won't rejoin that show, but what it does mean is that we're going to take our time, effort, energy created that we used in the West Coast Art and Frame Show, and we're going to just use that time, that energy and knowledge for something slightly different. Now, I'm not going to let the cat out of the hat, but in subsequent all hands meetings, we'll be sharing with you what we will be doing in place of the West Coast Art and Frame Show in 2020. So stay tuned. But I wanted you guys to hear it. It's important. That's why we have these all hands meetings, to eliminate whatever anybody's saying in the ancillary view, and for you to get the direct information from leadership here at our company. So next, we launched 80 amazing new products in January. I mean, these products have been phenomenal. They're breaking records of what we stated from a goal and objective standpoint. Customer feedback has been brilliant. Returns on these products are almost non-existent, meaning the product quality, design, manufacturing, things of those nature are flawless. And we're very proud of the designs that we create. We create our own proprietary designs. We don't just grab a molding from 20 years ago and change some stuff and call it new. There's a lot of time, effort, energy put in. And it's great that that work then comes to fruition from our partners. So, we owe our partners a great amount of gratitude for, believing in us, acquiring the corner samples, and then using them within their shops for their customers. So from our 80 products, folks, I can't tell you enough great things. We've also hosted an amazing sales conference. The West Coast Art of Frame Show, the Sunday night before the show, our amazing team gets together at around 6 p.m. We go to roughly 9 or 10 p.m. that evening, and then the show starts the next day too. So kudos to the sales team. But I've been around for a while, and the curation of this sales team, the knowledge base, the determination, the passion of these folks who are on the team right this second has never been better in the history of our company. We are less net people, but the people that are here are remarkable. And I'm talking about remarkable, not good, but remarkable. Are they perfect? No. But they're remarkable in their essence to want to make things happen, to open up new doors, to overcome challenges, are able to deal with our partners, deal internally. We have a great team. And so the sales meeting couldn't have gone better. It was about 4 hours. Afterwards, we all had a beer, and it was just a phenomenal sales meeting. So again, this will change in 2020. We're not sure what we're doing yet, because it's a bit early. But early indications with Tanya, Lloyd, and the marketing team, we are cooking up a few things for 2020 in this realm. We'll give you more info as it comes. Fulfillment continues to be a big part of our business. And if you recall, a few all-hands meetings ago, we talked about how fulfillment was going to be a bigger part of our business. A lot of the new folks in the audience, a lot of the new folks being hired on today or in the last subsequent 6 months have been really solely geared towards fulfillment, making sure that we're able to cut, join, assemble, pack, and ship for our partners. Fulfillment continues to be a big part of our business. I want to go on record to say it will be a far greater position in our business. It will help us acquire new business. It already has, and it will continue to grow. So for the new folks in that realm, way to go. For the team supporting those new people, I thank you. But fulfillment will be a bigger part of our business. Culture tours. We've hosted a plethora of culture tours. And if you ever want to, get a glimpse into culture tours, we've shared it on many all-hands meeting stages. But Olga and Olivia have been doing a bang-up job this year. We've been having two culture tours almost a week. It's been insane. There's been a great number of people from other industries, whether it's the home furnishings industry, or whether it's the roofing industry, or whether it's the landscaping industry, medical, health and safety industry. We've been having folks from all different walks of life coming in to want to learn, what is it that makes your company so great? First and foremost, I tell them it's really easy. It's nothing I'm doing. It's all of you. But they want to see it firsthand. That's why they're coming. So when we do have tours, I just want to thank you for being who you are. When we have tours, we don't tell you to kind of dress up different or, hey, we want to make sure you smile at people. We just tell them, be yourself. These are not actors. These are real people doing some of the most remarkable work of their life, and people are coming in to see that. So partner visits, equally important. We've had a number of partner visits come into Toronto at headquarters. Partner visits are an amazing way to transform a partner's view about our business. Sometimes partners aren't aware of the size and scope of the business. Some people aren't aware of the size and scope of our inventory. Or I know for sure some are not aware of the size and scope and the amazingness of the people who make up our company. And truth be told, one of our greatest partners in fulfillment are using Roma, first and foremost, certainly because we have great products, because you need great products. It's kind of like you need to shower in the morning. That's kind of a given. But I believe the tipping point for them coming to support us or work with us in the fulfillment realm has to do with all of you. And whether they're meeting Michael or Olga or Joey or Ravi or Rita or Eddie or Tanya Ferraro or Mary or whoever it may be, unequivocally everybody tells me, wow, your team's remarkable. Wow, you got a good team. Wow, when I stepped in to the building, right in the foyer, I'm feeling this energy. And I don't know what it is. Now, when they walk into Roma, they're not looking like that. That's what they look like when they walk out. And so I want to thank you for making partner visits such a huge success. So new talent, new team members. So I've shared a bit of the new team members here. Olga will talk about new team members, where we're going. You know, what are we seeking for in the near future? We'll tell you a little bit about that in Olga's area. So folks, we have 167 days to kill it this year. It's not a lot of time, but it is a lot of time. And I say it's not a lot of time because, as you know, I got about 37 Thanksgivings left, so you guys know that. But you do have a lot of time because every step forward, you know, every small step we've been making over the course of 200, 300, 100 days becomes momentum. And momentum is needed to win. It's the momentum that got the Toronto Raptors winning the championship over California, right? Sorry to my California peeps in our warehouse, I just had to do that. But it's momentum that makes that happen. And it's a ton of small, incremental, sometimes you go down, but net a small incremental goals and objectives and things that we're doing to amount to here. It's no different than this show. Our first show wasn't that great. In fact, you know, I'm not very proud of it, but I am. Over 27 all hands meetings, we got better. The lighting slightly got better over time. The curtains got better. The audience seating got better. The monitors got better. The lighting got better. The speakers got better. The voice got better. The speakers got better. And here we are today. So where are we going? So 167 days. In about 2 weeks, we'll be going to Roma Wish. Our latest mission is in Houston. You folks all know that. And I'll talk about what that looks like. I'm super excited. I want to show you the team that's coming and some of the things we'll be doing there. So I'll share with that a little later in the show. We have an amazing lineup, strategic lineup of sales promotions going to be hitting the market in Q3 and Q4, working with Tanya and Lloyd, Melissa and Paul, our operations team, to make sure those promotions go without a hitch. Now, if we sell out of those promotions, way to go. So when something's on back order, that means we sold out of that product. That's the goal. Now, if we don't sell out, then it's not the goal. Just so everybody's aware. So we have some really great sales promotions. And in the years past, we learned from some of the things we faltered. You know, we had some promotions later on in the year in November, which caused some huge bottlenecks because we oversold our expectations. We took those learnings from 2018 and really applied those across 2019. So we'll talk a little bit about those. Leadership Week is September 30th to October 4th. So I want you guys aware that we'll be having all our sales leadership team, all our operations team members will come to Toronto. We will be engaging in a week-long leadership event here at our company where we talk about what transpired, what were we supposed to do, what did we not do, the why, some corrective actions, and then the best part, a new course of action or a pivot for future growth for this company. We invest a week to make sure an entire year goes good. We are very intentional about creating a future. Other companies hope and wish, throw something together, throw it out in an email, and hope and wish. We ain't doing that. And we're going to be having hard conversations during that week into the why and really diving deep. Well, why didn't we? And then talking about, well, why did we win in this one or that one? Or how come that worked? How do we double down on those? So they will be coming in that week. I encourage you to spend some time with the folks from the United States that are coming in because it's going to be a great week. I want to talk about our web experience. So our web experience it has been great over the years. It's something that we always have promoted and continuously will promote. Our sales through e-commerce on the web continuously grows year after year. And a team has been tasked over the last 6 to 8 months to really improve that web experience. Now, I'm not going to say anything other than the team has worked tirelessly to make sure that for the future of web and web experiences and e-commerce through the web for our partners, that it's phenomenal. Not good, not great, but phenomenal. We want a user experience that people love, enjoy, embrace. There's a ton of functionality we're baking into our new web experience. I promised Paul I wasn't going to show any deck or I wasn't going to tell you any particulars. So I'm going to honor what Paul and Zack have said, but I did tell them that the experience will continuously become better. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So stay tuned for that. I don't have a date yet because I don't have a date. But I do want to tell you it's coming, so stay tuned. Supply chain, always a hot topic in our company. We want to make sure that from when we place the PO with our Italian suppliers to it arriving in our customer's hand, that whole chain of events becomes flawless. We know it's not flawless. We think it's good. We have work to do to make it better. We're, working together. We have a task force on it. A lot of team members are working on it. We're trying new things. We're taking what we know, doubling down on that, maybe looking at some of the deviations and trying to figure out why is that happening, what's not happening, how do we change that, how do we pivot. But supply chain is something that we're certainly looking forward to, something that we are focused on, and something that will change and develop in the next few months and certainly into 2020. And new molding, folks. We are launching our summer collection at the All Hands Meeting 28. We're really excited about that. It's a great collection. We're very excited about launching it. Always live. There's something about launching live. And so we'll be launching that a little later in the show. And I wanted to put this quote because you've heard about what we've accomplished, where we're going. There's a lot of little things in between that obviously I don't have enough time to share everything. But from a high level, you're getting a sense of what we're doing. And I hope you're getting a sense that we're challenging everything we obviously do. We're challenging the conventional wisdom for unconventional results. And I came across this quote, and I think it touched me, and I hope it touches you. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Because the minute it challenges you, or me for that matter, even though I know it's going to be difficult, I sometimes give up. And so someone says it way better than me. So take a look at this video.
Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. It's not easy. If it was easy, there'd be no Kerry Washington. If it was easy, there'd be no Taraji Henson. If it were easy, there'd be no Octavia Spencer. But not only that, if it were easy, there'd be no Viola Davis. If it were easy, there'd be no Michael T. Williamson, no Stephen McKinley Henderson, no Russell Hornsby. If it were easy, there'd be no Denzel Washington. So keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship.
So as you heard from the awesome Denzel Washington, one of my most renowned actors, I think what he's acquired in his life and the determination and will and his energy is incredible. He said a few words that I hope really touch you in your life. For a second, I want you to forget about Roma and I want you to think about yourself. Because anything you want in your life, big, small, scary as hell, is going to require a commitment. And while we all say, yeah, we're going to get this done, it's really exciting, let's get this done. The problem is the commitment suddenly fizzles. And you need commitment to start. It's kind of an oxymoron, but you need commitment to start. And I think this happens to all of us. I know it happens to me. We'll be, the analogy is drunken sailors. So we'll all be out with friends and we'll talk about this really cool new adventure or venture or business or thing or whatever the case may be. We salute, we have a few drinks, everybody's really excited. We're kind of like drunken sailors. We wake up the next day and we say, what the heck did we just talk about? Like, what, were we crazy? And I think a lot of people stop there. But if anything you truly want in your life, if it's something you really want, I don't know, a child, a house, pay off your mortgage, a vacation home, a vacation, an education for your child, whatever it may be, it's going to require an immense amount of commitment. And commitment meaning never waffling or wavering from what you want. Because external factors will punch you in the face. Oh, but I don't have time. Or I'm not good enough. That's the worst one. That hits me the most. I'm not good enough. Or I'm not worth it. I'm not worth it. Just don't let that stop you. Because you're in the way even before you started. And I know at Roma, I'm going to bring it back to Roma in a second. When we first started this show, I was so committed in All Hands Meeting 1 to make this company the greatest place to work. I made no promises. That was my commitment. And I committed to do an All Hands meeting, and we've never wavered or waffled from that. Despite people, friends, family, colleagues, whoever it may be, competitors, whoever, trying to punch us in the face for a show that's informative for the most important people in our company, our people. I'm using that as a small analogy. But once you get that commitment, the next thing you need is consistency. As Denzel Washington said, you need to be consistent every day. Every day, remind yourself. Put up Post-it notes in your house. Whatever it is, if you want abs, put up a photo of a woman or a man with amazing abs. The first thing you see is abs. In your car, in your house, in your friend's house. Plaster whatever that dream is, plaster it everywhere. Put it right in your face. Because there will be times you will fall. Well, I didn't work out today, and that one day I didn't work out leads to, I won't work out Tuesday, but I'll come back Wednesday. Wednesday, Joey calls me, I can't go because we have to do this, and then, it just. So I just wanted to take a note today to remind you that in order to finish, in order to achieve whatever it is you want, you need consistency. And last, I think this one's brilliant. He said it so beautiful. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. I think he said it beautifully. I think, all these movements, the why me too, to me, I don't freaking know. I think we're all humans anyways. I think whatever you want in your life, you need to have a conviction. People need to think you're nuts. That conviction has to be so strong that no matter what anybody says to you, you're not interested. Whatever anybody has to say about your dreams and ambitions, who cares? And it's only until then that you finish. So I hope this message today from Denzel really seeps into your heart. Because although this is a company manufacturing the world's most greatest picture frames, housing one of the best cultures and remarkable people, we're also here to become better humans. People tell me, what's your dream in life? I want to make this place slightly better than how I found it. And in the course of it, myself. Because if I make myself better, I can then focus. I can then help. And I hope I'm doing that today and through the last 28 All Hands meetings. So that brings me to talk about inspiration, thank you. So talking about new, talking about exciting, talking about how we're challenging status quo, we have our Summer 2019 collection. It is beautiful. It is the work of hours and dedication and drive and flights and hotels and long nights and evenings and trials and failures and screw-ups and wins. That's what makes a great product. And so instead of me just telling you how beautiful it is, here's one of our very own voiceover, Neil, who, by the way, where's Neil? Turned 40 today. Let's give it up to Neil. Yes. Way to go, brother. All right. Here's what he had to say about our new collection.
We rely upon decades of talent, skill, and experience when designing and crafting our luxurious moldings. Our master craftsmen in Italy ensure that every detail has been perfected in our continued pursuit to craft the world's best picture frames. The products we are introducing as part of our 2019 summer collection are no exception. An evolution from previous motifs, the new Lavo collection introduces exceptional color to 3 of our familiar profiles. A classic shape inspired by the venerated works of the Renaissance period is fused with a contemporary finish to create an altogether new and enchanting work of art. Intricate shapes and lines define our new Art Deco-inspired vintage collection. Each profile is designed to blend almost seamlessly with mid-century modern decor. The unique pattern is evocative of the bright and symbolic artwork that has defined Mexican and Aztec culture for thousands of years. There's always an excitement that ripples through the team when we have the opportunity to share with the world our latest creations. I am proud to introduce to you our 2019 summer collection, the result of thousands of hours of dedication and commitment by our passionate team.
All right, let's give it up. Yes. So let's dive right in. We have 17 amazing new products, folks. 17 brilliant, new, beautiful, luscious products. And we have 6 amazing photo frames launched through this collection. Our first collection is Lavo, and Lavo has continuously and continues to be a great addition to our collection. As you can see, we have 3 different profiles and 3 different colors. It's a subsection of 9 different products. They're beautifully done, and in my hand is one of the most beautiful that we've created. We've never launched a product with this luster and sheen. We've never launched a product this color before. This color is new to Roma. It's an orient red, very pretty, very deep, as you can see in the photo there. The team has done an amazing job doing some lifestyle ads. So if any of our BPSs want some lifestyle ads, I know they've been asking for it, our amazing marketing team has curated this vignette. I've taken the photos for our BPSs and our partners to help sell this product through. But you can see by the cross-section of this product here, it is simply a beautiful finish, all done on our amazing finger joint pine, an amazing organic pastas placed on top, and the two-tone tonality of our beautiful finishes that we place to give it this luxurious depth and feel. We think this collection's gonna be amazing. Next up on deck, folks, is our vintage collection. Vintage as well remains one of our great collections, one of my personal favorites. This is a collection that we created kind of inspired by the Aztec as we stated in the video and the Art Deco finishes. But this product here, as you can see on the photo, is beautiful, lends itself exactly to what's happening in today's decor. The sheen is beautiful, the sides are beautiful, they're very soft by the touch. Here's a cross-section of this product. Again, it's all finger joint pine, organic pasta, and all our products, folks, I want to make sure everybody's reminded, are 100% made in Italy. They are 100% real wood. They are 100% exclusive proprietary designs by our design team. These are not or will not be found by any competitors whatsoever because we've created them. And this photo is extra special for me. So this is the photo of the family that actually makes this product. That's right, the family. It's families that bring our products to life. And I was there and I got the better part of 3 or 4 days to work with this family. All our products are made by individual families whose heritage date back 50, 60, and sometimes over 100 years of artisanal work. Brought down from father and mom, down to son and daughter, and then down to the generations. And I was there. I was in Italy. I was in Naples. I was inspired, and the products came out, and I said, let's rejoice. And I said, could we, because this is a blessed moment, is there any way we could take a photo? Now, I don't know about you, but if you ask a bunch of people to take a photo, everybody automatically turns awkward. I don't know if everybody's like, let's take a photo, okay? And they're kind of like looking. I'm like, okay, guys, if I take that photo, the people at Roma will think we're like killing you and not giving you amazing products to create. And so how I got this photo was, first, I said, okay, we just launched, and I created the future today. We just launched. People are loving the products. This is what's happening. It's great, the finish, all this stuff. And then I had to also say the Italians won the World Cup. And then that's what I got. So that's the truth of the story there. But lovely family, and different from our company. We're a family-run and operated company who buys and procures from family-run companies, who sells to family businesses, who then sells to families. Very different chain than some of our competitors. Our competitors make from corporations, sell from a corporation in hopes a corporation will buy it. Our company has soul. Corporations are there to rip a profit out of this. We're here out of legacy. This is passion work. This is not just a quarter or a summer. This is life. This is in our veins. And hence why I want to show this photo and to remind you of the amazing work we do. So thank you for that, guys. Thank you. So just before I leave the stage, we have a special welcome in order. We've acquired a new team member to our team to really help us elevate everything operationally here in our company. I do want to state we've had an amazing leadership team, fill in some of the gaps and voids throughout the years. And I got to do a shout out to Michael Pilata, who's, been by my side for over 13 years, who continuously works, tirelessly to ensure, everything at Roma is perfect. And whatever challenge or opportunity arises, I know I can count on Michael. I know I can count on, Olga. I know I can count on Zack and our leadership team and our people. And I'm so blessed. But Mike in particular has helped me in operations. And sometimes, people don't see all the stuff that goes on in late nights and evenings. But Michael, I want to salute you. So let's give it up for Mike. And in that light, we've hired on and we've acquired a really great individual to our team. Comes with a wealth of knowledge in operations, everything from supply chain to you name it. It's a plethora of knowledge. We're happy he's here with us. We went through the vetting process. He got to learn about our style, which is different. We got to learn about his style that are different. And what I've learned is, I want to acquire talent on our team that has very different skill sets than me. I know I'm pretty good in some areas. I know I suck in other areas. And as a leader, I'm trying to fill in the voids where I suck. That's just the truth. That's what leadership's about. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you someone to our team. But before I do, here's this video. Take a look.
Today we're asking Rick a series of questions, 73 questions to be exact. Rick, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great too. How do you prefer I call you?
Rick.
Rick it is. What's your plan for today?
Well, the idea is to squeeze some time for a lunch, so that is planned for today.
What is something unreal that has happened to you this month?
You won't believe it. Roma actually hired me, so that is it.
What's something that you're proud to say is behind you?
High school.
What do you do to start your day?
I like to go to the gym and work out.
What's the last thing you laughed about?
Well, you guys have invited me to participate in this thing. I found it quite hilarious, so here we are.
What do you do to relax?
I like to listen to some good music, and I play a lot of sports.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
I keep on getting those all the time, so it changes every 5 minutes. Everyone has an advice, and I try to take it as is.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
I don't have any. I don't.
What's on the top of your bucket list item?
Well, I always wanted to sail, so I think being a captain of a sailboat and doing a cross-Atlantic voyage would be awesome.
What's your favorite song right now?
There's so many. You know what? I like music, so I don't have anything specific, but yeah, I just like all of them.
All right, you're at karaoke. What's your go-to song?
Oh, no, don't go there, please. Don't go there.
What's your favorite holiday to celebrate?
I would say Christmas, because it's kind of a family and presents and good food. That would be my favorite.
What was your first job?
Well, I was a tennis and ski instructor.
What's the most expensive thing you've ever splurged on?
Ooh, that's a good one. I just got myself a nice barbecue this past weekend, so this is it.
Excellent. What's the last country you visited?
I was at Caribbean, so there are many different islands.
If your life was a movie, what would it be called?
Rick's. Wow, you caught me off guard. Rick's Hell.
What's your favorite dish?
I think I'm a kind of pasta kind of a fella.
What are you currently binge watching on TV?
I don't.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have golden retriever.
What's the name of your pet?
Harley.
What was the name of your first pet?
Roxy.
What's the biggest surprise you've ever had?
My wife got me this watch for my 50th birthday.
Excellent. Fictional character you'd want to spend a day with?
Jean-Luc Picard.
Can you say anything in a foreign language?
Dzień dobry.
Are you a texter or a caller?
Caller.
And finally, what are your go-to pizza toppings?
Oh, everything except pepperoni.
All right, Rick. Thanks so much.
Very welcome.
All right, folks, let's put together for Rick. Yes. And if you're wondering the style of the video, it's a video that's out there introducing people, and it's really candid and just a really go-to feel. So he was a great sport in doing this. So, folks, let's put our hands together for Rick.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Tony, for the introduction. I'm very happy and excited to be here. It's my first rodeo. I'm relatively new to Roma. I have to admit that from a timing perspective, if anyone would ask me, 27 Thanksgivings from now, what have I done when Toronto Raptors won their first NBA championship? I joined Roma. So this is something that I will remember for quite some time. Before I move into the official, content of my presentations and review, I need to explain something. I belong to the operations team, and if you see behind me, there is a picture that was actually taken a few days ago, and I did not know that this is going to be here. So I have to make sure that we are on the same page. Yellow golf T-shirts with the 3 birdies. I've never had 3 birdies ever playing golf. With the little logo saying "Wing It." What does winging mean? Wing it means you are about to embark on an extremely difficult task, being completely unprepared and hoping for the best. This is not Rick in operations. Operations is really a discipline. I am a strong believer that when it comes to careful planning and execution, and trying to do a follow-ups. It's about creating a sustainable, predictable, and measurable results. So, as like I said, winging it only applies to my golf game. Every time I swing my golf club, I'm hoping for the best. So this is not truly applicable to what Rick's in operation is all about. So now, moving into first 60 days. I'm actually barely in a halfway point of my 60 days being here in Roma. I define it in terms of priorities of success. So what do I do and how I go about it? Asking questions, learning, trying to figure out what goes on. I define things as focusing on people and culture. But as I observed, and I spent all my time so far here in Toronto, I didn't have an opportunity yet to be visiting other DCs, but I will. I want to share with you my observation, and you will find it quite interesting. I don't know if all of you know, but here in Toronto we have 6 fridges, and they contain food and beverages. Roma employees have this love of food. First week, when I've been here, I was invited to participate in a potluck where employees brought, and they spent considerable amount of time based on the quality of food that I've tasted. There is some love put into it. They brought the food, they shared, we ate on the one table. We talked about not work. And just recently, last week, we had a barbecue, more food. So I'm starting to really think, what's going on here? And I had a great lunch with Joey. I had, I think, one of the best veal sandwiches in many, many years. And I keep hearing about this magical machine. It's called popcorn machine. When you add butter into it, it just smells so good. And when it all radiates throughout when it lingers throughout the shop floor and the offices, it's like Christmas. So what does it tell me? When I put here on the slide, values, goals, strategic plan, past, present, future, it really is real. It feels like family. When people are together, and this is what families do. This is the sense of something that I've been experiencing on a daily basis. People love what they do. Sometimes they agree and sometimes they disagree. They fight and they make up. So to me, this is the core essence, and Tony already brought it up so many times. When the definition of family comes up, I'm experiencing it. I'm actually seeing it live. So this is what I've been, observing and seeing, and it's very, very real. Learning the business is about seeing and understanding what every employee is doing, from both shop floor and office. How we cut, how we joint, how we ship, how we receive, how we plan, how we schedule, how we take orders. All that good stuff. I'm absorbing it. I'm like a sponge. I'm trying to get as much as possible, as quickly as possible. But at the same time, I'm trying to become more engaging and an active member to what's going on. Sharing the knowledge. Yes, I do have industry knowledge that might not necessarily be Roma's knowledge, but there is a transferable knowledge. So I engage in the coaching and some of the leading. Before I make any decisions, I always try to check with others. Hey, listen, what do you think about it? So this is my progression. This is where I've been since I started. I think I am on the 27th, 28th date. So it's a journey. There's more. And speaking of more, what are the next steps? I strongly believe in building profitable and sustainable environments. And cost control is a key word for me. There is a difference between cost control and cost cutting. Controlling the cost, for me personally, is about getting better and improving. Doing more with the resources that we have, and if need be, even adding more resources. It's how we do things. It's everything that relates to if we procure the molds and you know, how many, where do they come, do we cut and do we assemble things once or twice? This is what controlling the cost is really about. So I'm going to be spending a considerable amount of time moving forward in concentrating and making some improvements in that area. Enhancing Roma infrastructure. And this is a very generic statement, but I'm a strong believer of 3 A's: adaptable, aggressive, and accountable. Adaptability is what we have to do. Marketplace is changing. The needs of the marketplace are, we want it, you know, more, and we want it yesterday. So this is the reality. How agile and how quick we are here to respond. You know, is our lead time 5 days or 2 days? What is it? It's striving for this ability to, you know, to make it happen. Aggressive. Everything that Tony presented so far, you know, the beautiful molds, you know, it's the way we look at the future and anticipating what we're gonna have to do, be that 1 or 2 steps ahead of everyone else. That's aggression. That's not about beating anybody up, but it's trying to be extremely proactive and have a forward thinking. And accountability is the last component. When we succeed, it's always great to hear, well, we did a good job. But for every decision that we make, we have to become accountable for it. So this is something that I personally going to be accountable for moving forward. And every team member is going to have what it's called some form of exposure, because this is how we're going to make things better. Quick updates on different DCs, California, LA. Thank you, Anthony. I mean, we've been having different discussions, and we've been engaging in a lot of different things. Some of the most important things that are happening in all DCs, not just in LA, is training of the new team members. It's a commitment on Roma's side to transition the know-how. Everyone thinks, well, I'm just going to cut, I'm just going to put it together and put it in the box. There's much more to it. There is a certain level of complexity when it comes to repetitiveness. So when we are training, and in California as an example of, you know, creating those opportunities for the fulfillment and for the joint, this is something that, you know, it's really good to see, because it's not just happening in one DC, as I'm going to be providing updates in the other ones. There is a consistency, and Tony mentioned consistency is a key. When the business is accelerating and growing, and we're supporting that growth, it's nice to see that it happens throughout all DCs. Corner samples, reduction of the lead times initiative that basically made it possible to cut down the lead time by 50%. So kudos to the team, and here they are. So thank you, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Comes to New Jersey, Brian and the team. Again, it's a consistent approach on training a new team members. What really sticks out is the recognition of the need to create a designated production area for the fulfillment business. It is much easier to control and manage when you have a designated area. When you can stage your raw materials, when you can do the conversions, when you can do the packaging, it is really the way to go about it. So I applaud the guys and team at New Jersey for making it happen. And here they are, and I will be seeing you soon. Atlanta, great thanks to Callie. I mean, she's a trooper. We are continuing to search for a DC leader. It's a difficult process, but we have a commitment. We are looking for the right fit and the right individual. I also want to thank both Brian and Anthony. They've been providing a continuous coverage, rotational coverage, through their leadership presence to the team in Atlanta. It is difficult. You know, there's traveling. They rely on the teams in their own DCs when they're absent. But it is it is appreciating to see an employees seeing a leader actually be physically present. So thank you all for that. And moving forward, corner sample expansions and supporting local BPSs. When we can make those samples available for presentations quicker so people can see and touch it, that's how quicker we can generate the sales. So thank you, Atlanta, for that. And here is a snapshot of the team, and I'll be seeing you soon as well. Toronto. New team members, more training. In this point, I really want to thank all full-time employees for your ability to transition the knowledge that you've acquired many, many years and see how quickly the new team members are absorbing it. This is great. I mean, usually when I join the organization, it's different setting. You know, there are restructuring, people losing jobs and this and that. Here in Roma is very, very different. We are bringing more people. There is this transition of knowledge. This is a great thing. I'm extremely excited. And core competencies. With the new business, we are looking at changing the way we think about doing the things that we've done all the time. This is an opportunity to come to what it's called, well, if somebody's been doing it for so many years, they have ideas. They have a different look at it, and they say, hey, Rick, what about this? Or what about that? Bring it on. We're going to be here to support everyone. Any ideas. We're going to evaluate. We're going to try to figure it out what will work best, and we will be implementing them as quickly as we can. So thank you. And I'm here. I'm here with you every morning. It's at 8 o'clock. Quick updates on some KPIs, key performance indicators, inventory fill rate, 98%. That's pretty good. When it comes to fill rate, the goal of 95, we're currently tracking 89. A lot has to do with the lead times and with the new business that we're currently acquiring. So the goal is to bring that 89 and surpass the 90 and then surpass the 95. And finally, cost of poor quality. Our goal of 5.5, actual is 9.4. And this is where we're going to be concentrating our efforts. There is a lot of moving components to that one. And I have personally made a commitment to work on creating the environments and whatever it needs, tools, more resources to make that number go down as fast, as quickly as possible. Gratitude, thank you. Thank you all for having this patience, because I don't know how many times you can put up with Rick's coming on the shop floor. And I have a question, and I'm kind of seeing those eyes popping, and I still have a lot of them. So please be patient, and thank you for that patience. I want to also thank Tony for opening up. Where is he hiding? I don't know. He's somewhere out there. I want to thank Tony for creating this opportunity. He opened the door to his family. So like I said, it's going to be a journey. I'm a newbie. First rodeo. I'm done. If anyone requires any assistance and needs to contact me, my extension is 334. Email the rest of the alphabet at romamoulding.com. Yeah, almost. Yeah, okay, pretty close. At this point, I would like to invite Tanya Ferraro. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Thank you. I've been with Roma for going on my second year, and I'm really privileged to be working with a great team all around in all the areas of the company, but more specifically, my very own customer care team, who not only is a team that come in, they have a job to do, but they work as a family. And I want to talk a little bit about the team, because there's a lot of, sometimes there might be a misconception about our team and what we do and how we handle different things. But our team has really come together. We've had new people join our team over the last couple years since I started, and they are the center communication of Roma. We interact with our business partner specialists, we interact with our partners, we interact with our production teams at each of the DCs and the warehouses, and we try our best to make sure that everything comes together. And we really focus on the experience that our partners have with every interaction that they have with us. So, and they make things count when it matters the most. So I really want, a really big hand for the customer care team. They do a fantastic job. So I want to talk about some of the things or some of the wins that we've had this year so far, some of the things that we are very proud of. For the first little while this year, we've been working on process automation, and we've streamlined some manual processes and have automated them to allow us to better assist our partners and to improve the speed of how we handle something as simple as entering our larger orders for our larger distributors, and it's helped us be able to increase our accuracy. We've also incorporated functional cross-training. So over the course of this year, many of our team members have been trained in different specific roles within the customer care, from invoicing to special handling of certain partners, to returns and handling concerns that we need to make sure that we're improving on. So some of the specific tasks have been cross-trained amongst our team, allowing us to be that much stronger. And an official training program, which is something we've been working on for quite some time now. And we are proud to say that it's close to being completed. And this official training program will allow us to improve and better train any new one joining the team, and reducing that learning curve when they start with our team, in which actually we have 2 new people joining our team, David and Fiona, and we know you're going to be really big assets, so give it up. So I want to go over some of our goals. Just like every team, we have our specific goals and targets to make sure that we're meeting and exceeding our partner expectations. And these goals allow us to ensure that we do have the right level of production, the right level of productivity, and the right people to make sure that the experience is always a wow one. So the first one is our greatest service, which our target we have set for 2019 is 97%. And what is greatest service? So greatest service encompasses a lot of different smaller goals into one big goal to overall grade how well we are servicing our partners each and every day. So within that, we have average speed of answer, which is how fast we answer the phone calls. We have our abandon rate, which indicates a percentage of how many calls fall out of the queue while they're waiting to speak with somebody. And it also encompasses our duration of the time we spend with our partners. We want to make sure that we're spending enough time to build relationships, to understanding what their needs are and what their expectations are without rushing. So we want to make sure that we have a good quality phone call. So our overall goal is 97%. And year to date, I'm proud to say we're at 96.8, so fantastic work. So within that, I mentioned average speed of answer. So this is how fast we answer the phone call. So on average, we want to make sure that we're hitting 40 seconds every single day. So year to date, I am proud to say that we are sitting at 31 seconds, our average speed of answer. So very good work. So the last goal I'm going to present, we have many more, but this is one that's really important to us, and this is accuracy rate. How accurate are we when we're working? How many mistakes do we make that we have to fix? Because all of that does impact our partner experience, not in a so positive way, and we want to make sure that we're hitting as accurate as possible, and each interaction is perfect. We know we're not perfect, nobody is, but we strive to be perfect. So we want to make sure that we have an accuracy rate of 99.7 amongst the team. So we are sitting at 99.5%. So we think that is pretty good year to date. So I want to share some remarkable data, so some food for thought on how we've been doing this year and what type of interactions that we have. So just to put it into perspective, year to date, we have had 75,000 partner interactions, whether it was from phone, whether it was through the web or through our info mailbox, or whether through chat, or just in person. 75,000 interactions. That's a lot. And out of those 75,000 interactions alone, 44,000 were by phone. So, wow, remarkable work. So now I'm going to go into external Net Promoter Score. This is something that's really important to myself, to the organization, and it's a company initiative that we launched 2018 in Q1. And something that really allows us to have a pulse of how we're doing and receive the feedback from one of the most important people that we do business with is our partners. And what we do is we reach out to our partners each quarter and we ask them 3 simple questions. 1, would you recommend Roma? 2, how was your interaction with our customer care team and how was the service you received? And 3, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was your overall service with Roma in your last interaction? And we gather all those results, and it allows us to really identify the information or the areas of our company, whether it's production, whether it's sales, whether it's customer care, and it allows us to see where do we need to improve on. And we think that the feedback, good or constructive, is gold to our company. So the external Net Promoter Score, we use the 1 question to really identify, will our partners recommend Roma or will they not? So just a little bit of a perspective, we set out a target of 90 for our promoter score. So we were striving to have 90% of our partners recommend Roma. So Q1 of this year, we did the first 2019 survey, and we achieved an 83%. So we took the 83% and we thanked our partners, and we thank everyone that has provided us with feedback. And we've taken the feedback related to the respective teams, whether it was our warehouses production, whether it was our sales team, or whether it was my very own customer care team on service. And we outlined a few of the challenges that some of our partners were identifying. And we also shared some of the good results. A lot of our partners have shared on how happy they are with certain things. And we put plans into place, and I'll go through those in a little bit. And then we launched it again in July. So we just completed our 2nd external Net Promoter Score, and we have improved our results. So on a scale rating, we achieved an 85%. So we are going up, and that's the key. The key is to slowly and make the improvements and reach where we want to be. So the July 2019 results, which is the last survey that we did, again, our goal was 90% on a scale rating. So we had a scale rating of 1 to 10, and then we also a yes or no. So on a yes or no rating, we achieved the 91%. So overall, our partners do recommend Roma, and a 91% is fantastic. On a scale rating is where we achieved the 95%. So we took the feedback. So if we were an 8 out of a 10 or a 7 out of 10, we took what would it take for us to get that 10 out of 10? And that's where we used to come up with our plans. So customer care specifically, so although there were specific plans for each of the different areas of our organization, our customer care focus and what our plans were is what I'm going to share with you, and some of the feedback that our partners did share with us. So the first one is ensuring proper follow-up. So this is something that we've really been striving on and working amongst the team. And what are some tips and tricks to make sure that we are following up with our partners each and every time that we say that we are? And that's something that we are consistently working towards to make sure that our partners don't feel that we're not following up. Accuracy improvement. So again, goes back to our accuracy rate, making sure that it's right the first time. that moves into, and I'll jump the soft skills, but moves into asking the right questions and product knowledge. So what we have done is we've incorporated some Saturday training. We've done this for a while now, where we'll have updates and some training sessions on once a month on Saturdays to help improve our product knowledge. And we've also worked on programs and case studies and asking the right questions. So making sure that we understand what our partners are looking for and what they expect, and that we get it right the first time. And then last but not least, the soft skills and language. Building those relationships, using the terminology. We want to make sure that we are the best customer service team and the best to interact with, and that our partners hang up or leave the interaction happy. So my last point is my gratitude, and I do want to extend a thank you to my team, because this year has been a little bit of a roller coaster. We've had a lot of changes, a lot of challenges, and they always make sure that they make it happen when it counts the most. So I just want to thank the customer care team. Fantastic. Thank you. And to anyone else or anyone watching the show, if you have any questions, any concerns, or anything that recommendations on how you feel that we can become a better team, please reach out to me. My extension is 340, or email me at tferraro@romamoulding.com. Thank you. Welcome Tony back up to stage.
Let's give it up for Tanya, folks. Okay, so we're at that time, folks. It's the halftime show, so we're going to do a stretch. If everybody can get up, please. You've been sitting for about an hour. Although the seats are very comfortable, it gets to you. Let's get into a stretch position. Hands up. Yes, let's just stretch it out. Stretch it out. Shake it off. All righty, and if we can sit down, cool. So, folks, I want to jump right in. We have an amazing, amazing halftime show for this year. Well, for this show, we decided to do something very different. And what we've done is we've done a game show, and it's called Egg Russian Roulette. So if you haven't heard of it, now you're hearing of it. We're doing this event to raise funds for our Roma Wish campaign, and we've raised over, I believe, close to $300 internally from you folks for this event. Instead of me telling you about it, take a look at Jimmy Fallon.
We're about to go head-to-head in a game of Egg Russian Roulette. Higgins, would you like to explain how this works?
Of course, James! Here, in my two hands, I have 12 eggs.
Ooh. Oh.
8 of them have been hard-boiled.
Nice.
Yet 4 are still raw. Oh. You and Ryan will take turns selecting 1 egg at a time and smashing it upon the top of your head. You will not know which eggs are raw and which are hard-boiled. Once you choose an egg, you must smash it on the top of your head. Yes. No put-backs. The first one to smash 2 eggs on the top of his head loses. Ryan.
All right, so there you have it. That's a game show created by Jimmy Fallon and the team. I don't think he created it, but he did it. And so we've voluntold a volunteer in our team, and we voluntold Michael Pallotta to come against me in Russian Roulette. Give it up for Michael. Cool. So as we get ready, Olivia's going to come up, Mike's going to come up. And so as I get ready for this event, a lot of training involved, a lot of long hours of training, a lot of sweat that's going to come. Just bear with me. How does this work? There you go. Okay. So what's happening is Mike is getting suited up. I'm getting suited up for the Egg Russian Roulette. Mike, you could pretend to have hair for 10 minutes. All right? And so what Olivia, why don't you tell the viewers what's going on?
All right, welcome everyone to the Roma halftime show for All Hands Meeting 28. Tony and Michael will be flipping a coin to see, obviously, who will be going first, and then we will start our competition. So essentially, we have 12 dozen eggs here. 8 of these eggs have been hard-boiled and 4 are raw. So obviously the object of the game, as you saw in the video, or it got cut off a little bit, you will be smashing, Tony and Michael will be smashing eggs on their own foreheads, and the person that gets 2 raw eggs on their heads will be deemed the loser for this game. It's a fiercely competitive game.
So,
let's see who will be starting.
So we're going to flip a coin. The person that gets the coin right gets to pick if it's heads or if it's tails. Michael, you call it in the air. Heads. It's heads. It's heads, Mike. You call it. You want me to go first? All right, folks. Here we go.
All right, let's get this going. And just so you know, while we're getting suited up here, each egg has been donated by a crazy team member on our team. I cannot touch the egg. If I touch the egg, I use the egg. So I'm going to show you the first one. Yeah, totally. So I picked this one, and this one says Michael, of all people. So Michael has donated, so every egg, there's a $20 donation made to Roma Wish. So it's pretty cool. So we'll be calling the person. Michael, thanks for making the donation. And I hope this one's hard boiled. And here we go. So
Let's go for it, buddy.
all right. How about me? Oh, Mike, you're going down, brother. All right, so here's the egg. And the first one. All right. Ah, this is rough. Oh!
Tony already has 1. This might be a quick game, guys.
That was fixed, Mike.
I swear I've had no patience for
Okay, there's one.
All right, Michael, go ahead. Pick one. If I see a touch one, you have to select it.
This is from Jack Carpenter. Thanks, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I think he's got a good one.
Ah, yeah! Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack. All right, right here. Right here. Let's keep going.
All right, don't get a concussion when you do.
We're gonna go speed round. This one is from Joey. Joey, you're the best, Joey. Joey's the best. Yeah. All right, go, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, just keep it open.
This is from LADC. Anthony and the team. Anthony!
Yeah!
All right, that was fast.
That was fast.
We're running out of time.
So just so we know, oh no, we don't know which ones. So let's do to show you. There's the other one, so that they're all hard boiled now, right? Hard boiled, hard boiled, hard boiled. Oh, but the people. Rick, thank you. Olivia, thank you.
Customer care and Jack Carpenter again.
Tanya Santana, thank you. Tony, thank you. That's me.
And New Jersey, DC, thank you.
Is that it? Let's give everybody a round of applause for their support. All right, if we can clean this up.
I'd like to have the thank you on the next slide for all the names.
Where is it? All righty. All right, as you knew, I was going to win. I'm a fierce competitor, but Mike, let's give it up for Mike one more time, folks.
Okay. Boom. So I do want to say thank you to all our amazing sponsors over the course of the last 2 days. These are all the people that have donated to Roma Wish for this event. They gave $20 each. And Jack, kudos to you. You gave $50, brother. Thank you guys so much. Just give a round of applause for all the sponsors. Thank you. So let Michael redeem himself once again. I'm going to call him back up to stage. Give a warm welcome to Michael.
Thank you, Tony. Okay, so is it just me or does everyone else have a craving for scrambled eggs? That was a great event there. As Tony says, the proceeds go to the Roma Wish. So again, thank you everyone that contributed to that. Just before I go to the next slide, I'm convinced, Paul, that you used that new face app on this picture. It made me look a lot older than I actually do, right? Tell me you did. All right, so again, up here, give you a quick update on the finance team and what we've been up to over the past several months. As you know, and I know I sound like a parrot and I keep repeating myself, we are a private company, so I cannot share detailed financial information over this platform. But I am pleased to announce that the finance team does provide the board of directors as well as all the leaders financial information on a monthly basis. And we look at the actuals versus the budgets. And that information is available to each and every one of you. So if you do have any questions or look at some financial information, ask your leaders. They should have that information with them. If not, come and see me. I can share that with you on one-on-one. Again, I just cannot share it over this type of platform. The finance team also continues to ensure that we are in compliance with all regulatory and tax filings. That's very important from an accounting perspective and tax perspective. We need to ensure that on monthlies, quarterlies, annual filings are all done on time and are accurate. And I'm very happy to announce that that finance team that we have, consisting of Oscar, Mary, and Diana, are continuously ensuring that we are up to speed on all our filings. Operational support. You met the new director of ops earlier, Rick. The finance team is always here to support. I am still involved in the operations side as well to give my support to Rick and to the team, specifically on the larger fulfillment projects that we have currently underway, as well as ensuring our inventory levels and challenges are addressed on a daily basis. Finance team is also involved with prospective projects. We want the BPSs and all the partners to provide with us any requests for bids. We're more than willing to attack those prospective projects, along with the assistance of Teresa, to bid on those projects, open our arms to get more new business. That's what we're here for. We want to ensure that we continue to attract new business, and we'll work diligently to get those projects. Also, the 2019 budget. We did that back in January, but a budget isn't constant. It's always evolving. It's always changing because there are many factors that affect us. And we are 7 months into the year. And over the next couple of weeks, myself and Oscar will be sitting down, going through the budget, tweaking it for any changes that we have encountered and any ones that we anticipate that will come in the next 5 months so that we can gauge accordingly to how we are progressing throughout the year. The credit team. I know Olga will be up here shortly presenting some new faces. I won't get into detail, but I am happy to announce that we do have a new credit team, along with Oscar's support. They're doing a great job. I think they deserve a round of applause. They're new to the team. Thank you very much. With Oscar and the team, they're ensuring that the collection process continues to flow accordingly, open communication with all our partners, ensuring that collection is occurring, and the cash flow is there. So again, thank you very much to them. And the future. We've had some challenges over the past several months, but as Rick mentioned, we are hiring more people. There are many projects that we have that are on the go currently and that we anticipate to come down the pipeline over the next couple of months that will keep Roma very busy. So I'm very, very happy and looking forward to the next several months because I foresee a very upswing in the business for us here at Roma. Finally, my gratitude. First of all, I'd like to thank Tony for the kind words earlier, but my gratitude goes out to each and every one of you for your dedication, your support, your commitment. Without you, Roma wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be up here standing. And also, my gratitude goes to the finance team. They're hidden in the corner, but they're there every day with their heads down, working diligently. They're not on the forefront. To Oscar, Mary, Diana, and the new credit team, thank you for what you do every day. We only see it every biweekly in our direct deposits, but trust me, there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes to make sure that that pay gets deposited into your accounts on a biweekly basis. So thank you to the finance team for everything you do. And again, as always, my extension 344, my email address. Stop me if you see me walking, you want to share some thoughts, ideas. I'm very open to having any discussions at all. We're here to make this company bigger, better, and have more fun here. So again, thank you everybody, and we'll see you soon. At this point, I'd like to call our Director of Culture and Talent, Olga Sinek.
Thanks, Michael. Wow, that was a great halftime show. I would sponsor a dozen eggs myself to see that again. I don't know about the rest of you. Hi, guys. I'm going to talk about what's new and exciting, what's happening in culture and talent. First, I'm going to go over the positions we're currently looking for. So as Rick mentioned earlier, we're still diligently looking for a DC leader in Atlanta, taking our time, making sure we have the right fit. We're also looking for a number of production positions listed here. We need some joiners, some packers, and some cutters here to make sure that we actually have all the people on staff that we need for fulfillment to make everything run smoothly. I want to talk about a referral program because we made some changes to it recently that I'd like to bring to everybody's attention because we feel good people know good people. So if you know someone that you would like to refer to us, we're more than happy to meet with them and talk to them a little more. So our referral bonus previously was $500 total. Now it's actually $1,000 total, which is great. So it's $500 upon a full-time permanent position. Within the first 6 months of that team member that you referred completing that position, the team member who referred them gets $500. And then after the person's successful completion of 1 year at Roma, that team member who referred them gets an additional $500, which is $1,000, which is pretty awesome. We've got some really good momentum from this. We have a number of people on the shop floor who have recommended people, and we have some people, shout out to the DCs that have recommended people, so we're super stoked about that. So keep those referrals coming. Olivia, I want to definitely talk to those individuals. If you'd like to check out more detail about the positions we currently have available, feel free to check them out on our website, rollmamoulding.com/careers. So always my favorite part of an all-hands meeting, no exception this time out, is introducing our new team members. So I'm going to take you through who some new members are of our team. Michael had referenced we have some wonderful new ladies in our credit team, Pamela Millay being one of them. Shout out to Pamela. Pamela's here today. Awesome to deal with, wonderful, pleasant, doing an amazing job with the partners, and has really been cranking it out, which is amazing. And then Alba Rizzuto actually started as well in the same department. Alba, welcome to you. I know you're doing amazing work. I was speaking to you a bit yesterday in the office, so welcome to the team. Then we have David Taylor. David Taylor's actually one of the newer members of our customer care team. David has taken things on in stride and is learning so much. So David, welcome to the team. We're so pleased to have you here. And Fiona's on our customer care team as well. She's wearing a lovely floral outfit today. Fiona, welcome to the team. We're so happy to have you. And then I'm going to go into some production team members. So Keisha actually started this week. I know she's here. Keisha, I know you stood up. I saw you. Keisha's working in our art shop here. She's a great addition to the team. So pleased to have her. Welcome to you. And then we have Darshana Gandhi. Darshana is also one of our new members in our art shop. Darshana, welcome. We're so pleased to have you as part of our team. Then we have Dewey. Dewey's actually a production team member that recently has gone full-time permanent. I saw him today on the shop floor when I was walking around. Dewey, was so happy to have you here. He literally is always smiling like that when you see him, always in a good mood. So Dewey, welcome to our team. Then we have Wilfredo Vasquez. Wilfredo is a returning member of our team. He actually moved away for a period to go to Florida and has come back to the fold and is in Atlanta. So Wilfredo, welcome to you. We're pleased to have you back. And then we have Danny Monroy. Danny is actually part of the LA team, and Danny came to us through a referral, which is awesome. So Danny, pleased to have you as a member of our team. And then obviously we have Rick with all the letters of the alphabet after his name. You got a chance to get the 73 questions, learn a little more about him. So Rick, welcome to the team. You're doing awesome. Then we have Brooke. Brooke is in our operations team, and she works very diligently with our team here, as well as the team in the art shop. So Brooke, welcome to you. Then we have Lewis Morgan. Lewis is another new production team member, and he's based out of the LADC. So Lewis, welcome to you as well. Then we have Sandrella. Sandrella Georges actually started with Keisha this week. So this is both their first all-hands meetings. They're like, 4 days into working here? And she's a new member of our production team. So Sandrella, welcome to you as well. And then we have Che Gill. Che is a driver for us. Awesome guy to talk to, wonderful, wonderful individual, doing a great job interacting with our partners. So welcome to Che as well. So then I'm briefly going to talk about the Pulse survey. Last time out, at the last AHM, it was the AHM survey. This time out, it's the Pulse survey. We will be sending it out tomorrow to everyone via links. So what will happen is HQ will get one link, and everybody else will get separate links. it's all done through SurveyMonkey, completely confidential. We just want to get your true feedback on how you feel things are going at Roma. And the last question in the survey will always, as always, be, would you recommend Roma to your family, friends? And that is our internal Net Promoter Score that we're tracking with that. So that'll come out tomorrow morning. Please complete those and look out for those. So our culture team, let's look at this. Let's look at this fun group of people that I get to spend time with. So we have Mary, we have Tanya looking super excited in that picture. We have myself, we have Olivia, and we have Tony. It's amazing because we're like not a huge company, and it's amazing the stuff that we as a company in general do on a day-to-day basis, and those people make things look seamless. Not only them, but obviously the volunteers that are involved as well. So what is the focus of the culture team? So obviously the number one focus always is the Roma Wish mission. This year, we've been trying some different things for some fundraising, and we've found some success, but always looking for new ways to fundraise. If you are interested in donating and you're watching this currently, feel free to reach out to myself. Would be more than happy to talk to you. Not just the fundraising aspect, but making sure that we're making an impact in the communities in which we serve. Every year, making sure that we're looking for a great non-for-profit group to partner with and are able to make some positive changes in some people's lives, which is amazing. Culture events and tours. Like Rick said, it took him like 28 days to figure out we like food at Roma, so it was pretty quick on the uptake. There are a lot of events that take place, and it's amazing to have a culture team, but not only the culture team, the numerous volunteers that help out. You know, you can't have a barbecue with just a culture team. So, you know, shout out to all those volunteers that help us all that time. Tours, as you've noticed, there's been a major upswing in tours. Our next tour is actually on Tuesday. So we're trying to do our best to make it a wonderful experience for those people that come by. And as Tony had mentioned, we really appreciate everybody being their true selves when people come to talk to you and visit, so that's amazing. And then obviously employee experience. So how quickly are Olivia and I getting back to you on your requirements and your needs? How quick is our follow-up? We consider ourselves actually we're customer care for our internal group. So that's what we've been up to, and that's our focus. So our upcoming events. Okay, come on, who's not excited about an ice cream bar? I'm super stoked. Thursday, August 15th, we're gonna do an ice cream bar. I'm sure there'll be a sprinkle or two, so we're looking forward to that. Roma's birthday this year is a big one. It's our 35th, which is amazing. How many family businesses can say that anymore? So it's wonderful. We're gonna celebrate that all together as a group on Thursday, September 12th. And Halloween, okay, rookies, if you haven't heard this before, you need to talk to Oscar or Michael Pilata about the degree to which there's competitiveness over Halloween costumes. So you got to start thinking now. I know you're thinking to yourself, it's July. Do I really need to start thinking about a Halloween costume? Trust me, you do, because you don't want to be shown up. It's pretty amazing. We're looking forward to that. This is a really interesting thing I wanted to bring to everybody's attention. So we want to make financial literacy something that is really important and key to our team here. I'm sure a lot of people have issues with financial planning and maybe don't have the proper resources. So we're partnering with Scotiabank. Pretty amazing initiative we're doing. It's going to be completely free to our team. This is an exclusive thing that they're doing. And basically what's going to happen is we have a sign-up sheet at the back of the room, so please sign up on your way out or come see myself or Olivia. And basically what's going to happen is you're going to get a personal financial planner to talk to you during company time for 45 minutes. You can sit down, you can go through your whole portfolio, and they'll give you some information. Here's some interesting stats we found out about Canadians and their financial well-being. Believe it or not, 79% of Canadians do not feel confident about their financial future. I found that absolutely shocking. That's why I don't drive a Tesla. 50% of Canadians say that they're spending 3 or more hours at work basically working on their financial issues, trying to figure them out. And then finally, 40% of Canadians don't have a budget, and 56% are saving less than $25 a week. It's really shocking, you know, the cost of living in the GTA is so high, so we as a company want to make sure our team as well. Here's the little Scotiabank wheel they have. So basically, if you're financially well, so many of their aspects of your life are going well. You obviously are not stressing out if you don't have money issues, and most likely you're not having health issues or physical nature issues as a result. Your mind is clear. You know, you can help your family with a home, you can help with tuition for children, all that kind of good stuff. So please, 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 we'd love to help people out with that. Come see myself or Olivia for more information. We'd love to sign you up. Finally, my gratitude. I could probably be on stage the entire duration of the all hands meeting just with this, but my gratitude's going out to all the volunteers. So all the volunteers that tirelessly help every time, because like I said, 5 people on a culture team cannot execute on events. So Oscar for barbecuing, and Rick for running around, and Brooke for helping set up tables, and Kevin for dropping the tables for us, and Joey for barbecuing. All those people make this a true family and make a larger culture team. So thank you to all you guys for all your work all the time. I know everybody's super busy, but everyone really comes together and we so appreciate it, so thank you. So my information, as always, I'm at extension 366. If you need me, osenic@romamoulding.com. More than happy to talk with you. Have a lovely rest of your day, guys. Take care. That's it for me. I'd like to call Tony Guerreri back up on stage.
Thank you, Olga. Thank you very much, Michael, Olga, for that great presentation. With the Scotiabank, great bank, we've been doing business with them for 35 years. They've graciously came in to say we want to help in some way, and there are really cool perks and benefits. Has nothing to do with us. We just want to offer additional value for our team members. So moving along, it's important that we tell you what's happening, what transpired, where we're going, what's happening. But it's also important to hear what our customers, our partners, our loyal, awesome customers, here's what they have to say. And so our first one is from Indelo Framing. They have an amazing website. If you ever have a chance, here's their kind of 2-minute fame. If you ever have a chance, check them out, indeloframing.com. They are in Ontario, and this is what they had to say.
The Insights Juried Exhibition of Fine Arts celebrated their 40th year of the finest in fine arts. It is an absolute compliment for Indelo to have been the framing partner for 2 of the submitting artists this year. We proudly took Roma into the exhibition with us this year, showing off your Arbor and Ramino collection, which were just the perfect touch to the final work. We aimed to bring the best in this exhibition, and that was Roma for us.
Let's give it up for Indelo, folks, for using Roma. We don't take these testimonials lightly. In fact, we know they have tons of choice in the market, and that they chose to give a testimonial to this length really means a lot, and that's why we want to share these. Our next one is our WOW shout-out. Here's what a few of our partners, as Tanya indicated, we do an external Net Promoter Score. Here's what some of our partners had to say. Just so we get it, I want to keep these anonymous because these are from our partners that just want to give feedback. This is raw feedback.
Most professional and reliable customer care. Knows more about product than other competitors. Absolutely love Roma. I've been in business since 1970. Love the people. Terrific and ready to help. Good, friendly service. Dina and Neil are fantastic. Terry Lynn in customer care is great.
I agree. So let's give it up for everybody. Now, one thing to note, while we get great testimonials for sure, we get some not so great. We analyze and review every single testimonial that comes in. If they're great, it's great, but where we are fixated on is how can we improve the customer experience. So, Tanya, customer care team, that information's invaluable to us. So it's my favorite time of the All Hands meeting where we announce our Core Value Awards. And as you know, folks, Core Value Awards are created by the people for the people. That means you have voted your own team members to accept awards based on our core values. So the first Core Value Award that you voted goes to, here it goes, to David Taylor. Let's give it up for David. David Taylor has won the award for delivering WOW through service. Let's hear what you had to say.
David Taylor consistently demonstrates core value number 10, love learning and pursue growth and development. David has been with Roma Moulding for less than a month and is already a fantastic asset to the customer care team. He takes the initiative to learn new skills and proactively responds to any issues that arise. He began handling web and fax orders and has recently graduated to phone calls. In his first month, he has already received a number of 5-star ratings from several of our partners. Keep up the great work, David.
Let's give it up for David, folks. Our second core value award goes to Zack Affion. Let's put our hands up for Zack. I've had the pleasure of working alongside Zack over the last year, and if I've ever had a relationship roller coaster, it's been with Zack. I loved him, I hated him, and everything in between. The good news, that's the truth. The good news is I love this man. I think he's worked incredibly hard, nights, weekends, evenings, as many of us do. I've just had the pleasure of working really close with him. He came in a different style, I would say, and I think I've adapted to some of his style and he's adapted to some of mine, but this is what you guys had to say, not me. Take a look.
I would like to acknowledge Zack Affion, IT leader, for his outstanding level of service and support to the entire team. Joining Roma Moulding just a little over a year ago, there has been no task too big or small for him. His upbeat and positive energy has made working alongside him always a pleasure. Thank you, Zack, for living core value number 1. Deliver wow through service.
Let's give it up for Zack, folks. Zack's in France right now, sipping some Chardonnay and probably some Osso Buco or something. So well done, Zack. And last but certainly not least, let's give it up for Cheryl. Otherwise known as Rachel at our company. Here's what you folks have to say.
I would like to acknowledge Cheryl Pereira for embodying core value number 1, deliver wow through service. Over the past few months, the operations team has been working through a transitional period. Cheryl was hand-selected to direct a cross-referencing task that required hours, even days of eagle-eye attention to detail. They could not have chosen a better team member. A perfectionist at heart, Cheryl is obsessed with accuracy and strives for excellence even during unforeseen circumstances. While our customer care team remains committed to wowing our partners, her efforts to assist her fellow colleagues has not gone unnoticed. Nice job, Special Ops.
All right, let's give it up for Cheryl, folks. And in fact, let's give it up to all the awesome team members. Thank you. So congratulations to both David, to Zack, and Cheryl for your contributions to our company. I personally want to thank you for all the things you do both on the court and off the court, what I see and what I don't see. You certainly all deserve the award. It's been nominated by the team, so well done, and keep up the certainly great work. So moving along, I want to talk a little bit about Roma Wish as we start to wind down the all hands meeting, but by no stretch is the content winding down. It's just getting better. Roma Wish, as you know, was an initiative that we created over 5-6 years ago, and it was really created out of our mission to move, inspire, and wow. And someone came to us and said some of our give back programs don't align as good as it can to our mission to move, inspire, and wow. And that's when Roma Wish was born. And the goal of Roma Wish is to create a better world, in essence, is our team's ability or way of giving back to the communities we live and play in, but also to the world we share. Folks, we share this world, and as a company, if we come together, as a team, if we come together to make a difference, not to help us, but to help others and serve those people, well, I don't know what's better in life. And my goal is that when we're in all hands meeting 100, we can look back at 100 different missions, or 50 different missions, or 40 different missions, and all the lives we've got to touch, whether big or small. And so this year's mission, as you know, takes us to a different place. We've completed 5 awesome missions, and we went through what those are. We've had over 53 team members as part of that mission, and over 7,600 volunteer hours were made possible during these missions, which is really cool. So 2019 Roma mission is in Houston, Texas. And as you know, we went to Louisiana a few years ago, and they just were bracing for Hurricane Barry, which thankfully, didn't show up as a Category 5 hurricane, although they got ready for it. My heart and my prayers were out for those people because we were there. We've seen firsthand what happened. We're going to Texas from last year's ravishing, floods. and we want to go and help. There's a lot of help that still needs to be done, and so we're going there. So here's a small video of some of the stuff we'll be doing, as well as some of the team members, what they had to say about this mission. Take a look.
This is an ABC News special report.
Inland flooding being the big concern in the hours and days to come.
You can see the power of this storm. Harvey's eye cut right through here.
130-mile-an-hour winds, blinding sheets of rain, and a treacherous storm surge.
This is horrible.
There's this sense of sadness that they have left behind, some of them, homes that they fear will not be there when they get back.
Very eerie. Your stuff's floating around. You know it's all lost on the bottom floors.
All I heard was screaming and beating. And when I opened it, more water just rushed in. And they're like, you gotta get out, you gotta get out.
So why I chose to be a part of the Roma Wish mission this year in Houston was in the years past, I've seen they've been really ravaged by some hurricanes and major flooding in the area. And if we can go and give them a hand and support them, and you know, for me personally, that would make me feel awesome.
So being one of the newest members to the Roma team, I've heard great things about our mission trips, and of course I wanted to get involved.
I did participate last year, so this is my second Roma Wish. It really makes me feel good when I give back to others, and you know, Roma offers a really great opportunity to do that.
I would love to make anyone's life just a little bit easier, and that's exactly why I want to participate in this year's mission in Houston.
I hope to do whatever is necessary. I mean, I'll build something if I have to, I'll tear something down, or I'll muck and I'll gut. Most importantly, I'm bringing an attitude of anything is possible, and so whatever's going to be thrown our way, we'll certainly do.
I think the skill that will probably be the most useful to the team will be to kind of document some of the experiences that we have out there through photography.
I'm really handy at home, and I do a lot of the repairs and little fixer-uppers at home. And I know that on our mission this year, we're going to need a lot of that in fixing and repairing, so I'm really excited.
My unique skill set really lies within building those interpersonal relationships.
I'm really excited to kind of get to know some new team members that have joined us in the past year or so on a level that you kind of can't fully get unless you travel on a trip like this.
What I wish to take away from this mission trip is certainly the bonds and relationship I build, you know, with our team members internally, but also with the community at large there in Houston and the organizational community. So if I could be surrounded by that community, that's really cool.
I wish just to gain the, you know, the feeling of knowing that I made a difference in someone else's life, and being able to, you know, put effort and time and skill into putting a smile on someone else's face.
You know, we should reflect in the gratitude that we have every day. I'm really looking forward to helping those people as much as I can.
All right, let's give it up, folks. So we're blessed that we have, you know, people that want to volunteer and make a difference away from their families on weekends, nights, evenings. This Roma Wish mission will not be easy. We're going to be experiencing temperatures and humidity upwards into the 40s, mid-40s. It's some hard work. It's long hours. I think Olga told me we're up at 5. Is it right? 6, 5? We're on the job site at 7, and there's 13 people or whatever the case that have to shower and do whatever it is. So a lot of work that's going into it. So I'm really proud to be able to serve with other awesome people. If you ever want to be part of a mission, please see me, Mike, Olga, any leader for that fact, and we'll certainly give you more information. And any help you can do, any small donation will go directly to the families affected, because while you're not seeing here those homes are homes of family members like you and me that have small children, that have kids, the elderly, and that we can get to go in there and make a difference, really touches my heart. Here are the folks, the awesome folks that are on this mission this year. We actually have a partner coming from Barbados. We don't have a photo, but we have a partner. Believe it or not, we sell into Barbados, into the Caribbean. She's not on here, and she's also bringing a few friends. So it's going to be a great mission. We just ask you to keep them in your prayers and give us the strength and hold down the fort while we're gone. So our organization is All Hands and Hearts. That's who we're helping. And our mission dates are July 30th through to August 4th. We're leaving in a few weeks. if you have any questions, come see us. If you want to support in any which way, we certainly will take that support. And to donate, if you want, you can donate simply on romamoulding.com. You can donate 50 cents, $1, or $5. I mean, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that amount of money goes directly to help those people. So what I love about our company is we put our direct lines up there and our direct email addresses. I can't tell you how many companies I deal with that to get an email address or a phone number is like night and day, let alone if asking for a cell number is crazy. What our company, we put it up not only internally, first we put up internally so you guys can get a hold of us, but also for our partners, our friends, our suppliers. So anybody that want to get a hold of me, here it is. I'm at extension 302. I sit upstairs with everyone else, and my email hasn't changed since 1999. It's tguerreri@romamoulding.com. So there you have it. Folks, that is, we're coming to the end of the All Hands meeting. And as you know, in All Hands meeting tradition, I usually have a final note that I'd like to share. I hope so far, through this All Hands meeting 28, you got a great glimpse into what we have accomplished, where we're going, some insights into operations and finance, in customer care, everything in between, culture and talent, some of our events, Roma Wish, whatever it may be, new team members, even some challenges and changes that we're doing already in 2020. We're sharing that today. So we hope that you gained insights into our business. And what I want to remind everybody, we never profess to be the perfect company. In fact, when I do keynotes, I start by telling everybody, I'm not the teacher, I'm the practitioner. I'm still the guy that makes decisions, and sometimes they're wrong. And our company is not perfect. And there's never going to be perfect. And that's really touched me in so many ways. And I think that's what makes our company more authentic than any other company. But I want to put up a year here. And the year is 1969. I want to bring you back to 1969. Michael Pilatus, 20 years old, just to give you context. We have Richard Nixon. President Nixon is in power. Believe it or not, Sugar, Sugar by the Archies is #1. And this one's a cool one. 90% of American school children walked to school. I don't know about you, but I don't see anybody walking to school today. But to give you a glimpse into that world, and we're upon the brink of something monumental. And in 1969, humanity took a huge leap forward, monumental leap forward. And that was the Apollo 11 mission. And I believe 2 days from now, it'll mark the 50th anniversary of the Apollo mission and landing on the moon, where we had the audacious idea 10 years prior that we were going to land a human being on the moon. As absurd as it sounds, we accomplished that as a nation. And I want to pay homage to that, because you'll be seeing this in the next few days if you haven't seen it already. And so I got a cool little video before I go that depicts the courage and determination of a nation and a band of nations, people, men and women, coming together to overcome a challenge they had no right in even dreaming of. Because in ourselves, we have our own dreams, and sometimes we think they're so big. This one was, we're going to land on the moon. We're going to put a human being on the moon. We have no internet, to give you context. We have no cell phones. Air travel was It was a very different world than what we live in. But watch this video. I think you're going to love it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Lift
3 million people worldwide watched that event. It was one of the most watched event, if not most watched event ever. And how cool, I mean, I wasn't alive then, but how cool must it have been for youngsters, teenagers, to have a conversation about anything is possible back then. In a world that wasn't perfect, there was Vietnam War happening, many different wars ravaging, and yet people wanted to go to the moon. We wanted to colonize the moon. We wanted to land on the moon. And the inspiration from that has led to many different breakthroughs throughout the world. Many, many different breakthroughs. And the Apollo mission 11 on those 3 days that it took to get there was mission complete. And I can't tell you, I can only imagine the experience of completing that mission. But the work, the consistency that we talked about, the commitment, the vigorous attention to detail, the challenges, the mockery. By the way, there was a race to the moon. The Russians wanted to get there first. The stress, the I'm going to give up, the long hours, that this is painful, I can't deal with this. What else is there? I don't think it's possible. The naysayers, they were all there. But we landed on the moon. And it took a small group of people, believe it or not as big as you think, to land that ship, the Apollo 11, right on the moon, without the internet, without cell phone towers, without all those beautiful instruments we had. And those 3 men, could be men or women, those 3 people risked their life for the betterment of humanity. I think that's incredible. And so whatever challenges come our way in the next week, in the next month, in the next 197 days or 67 of this year, or into the future, and whether today is your first day at Roma, or your last day at Roma, or you're just watching this event, understand you're going to be faced with challenges in this world, because this world's a pretty messed up place. You're going to get challenges, but what I will tell you is anything is possible.
Anything you want is possible in life. It will take a commitment. It will take courage, a stomach of steel. You will cry. You will fall. Denzel said you'll fall 7 times and get up 8. You will be punched in the face. You will be ridiculed. You will not sleep. You will have long hours. You will get scrapes. You will get bumps. And along the way, it's not going to be perfect. And I think that's what stops a lot of people. Because perfect is the nemesis or the enemy of done. And at Roma, it's never going to be done. In our life, it'll never be done. That mission Apollo, yes, it's complete. But what's awesome is that we live in a time period right now where we have men and women dreaming up new missions to new heights. Because this world is messed up. They want to colonize another world just in case this one gets messed up. And so, whether you know this or not, by the year 2030, NASA and a number of other organizations want to land a few humans, men, women. I don't know the nationalities, the color, the creed, which is insignificant. What is significant is I want to be there that day when they land that person on the moon. I want to be watching. I want to be witnessing. I want to be inspired. Because from there, there's tomorrow, when we truly start to colonize that. And while I'm not a huge space guy, and I'm not that guy.
I'm not this huge space kind of person. I think it's really awesome because I have this curiosity in mind around life and humanity. But what I love is that there are people crazy enough to dream it, and then there are people crazy enough to make it happen. And outside of that is noise that I'm asking you not to listen to. So whatever it is in your life, it's noise. Focus on what you want. Go after it with vigor. Know you're going to get punched in the face. So when you get punched in the face, say, yep, that's part of the journey. When you fall, that's part of the journey. Get up. knowing that is the power of completing. And so, folks, on that note, I can't be more than ecstatic about where our company is going. It's not perfect, never will be. Are we going in the right direction? Are the millions of little pieces coming together? Are the 150, 60, 70 people that make up our company moving in the right direction for the right reason? I like to believe so. Do we have 100%? No. Are we striving for 100? Yes. If we get 90, are we crying? No, we're actually celebrating. So whatever it is, folks, you want in your life, go after it with vigor, because we have here at our company, and you would not be here. You chose to be here with our company and a group of people who believe anything is possible. So on that note, I want to say thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, all our partners, our friends, our vendors. The future is only going to get brighter, and things look amazingly awesome. So I'm Tony Guerreri, signing off All Hands Meeting 28. Thank you very much.